So, welcome to Your Future Me Now. My name is William Collins. I'm the creator of this transformational process that takes your mindset and shifts it from one of doing to one of being. So, how are you going to go into the future? How are you going to step into your future? What's your strategy? What are your ideas? And as I have discussed, that really it's our ability to begin to build or create our own future me that gives us the what I call the future agency. Agency is really the opportunity to choose to do the things that we want into the future. And this entire idea and this entire shifting and process that I have been describing to you really gives you agency. You know, there's a great quote that says that if you want to predict your future, the best way to do that is to create it yourself. And the way to create your future is to have the opportunity to make the choices, these small little micro decisions or these small little micro shifts. And it's in those shifting, it's not in the big thing, it's actually in the little, easy implementable things that you can do on a daily basis that really create this momentum and compounds your ability to move into the future and to discern and determine what you want to do. Now, as I described to you, in my time of developing and researching all this, I came up with these 5 shifts that are experiential. And I use that term specifically because they have to be experienced. This is not about learning. You can't learn about the future me and then go do it. You have to actually experience it in the process. So as I've described these shifts, these are all experiential shifts that you can go through. They're fun, they're easy, they're very engaging. And let me remind you what these shifts are in preparation for what I call the final shift. So the first shift was called the future me now, taking your mindset from your rational into your intuitive so that you can create and imagine. The second one was the future me moment, which is where you catch yourself and you're kind of not sure where to go. And we taught you a simple, intuitive way to ask yourself a simple question that gets you moving back in the direction of the one thing that you think is important. The third was the future me method. Now, the future me method is this platform and an app that we provide to you that allows you to actually connect and get feedback from your future self. We do that in a way that's creative, it's proprietary and private, and it's something that many people, over millions of people, have actually used to activate their future, but we do it in a way that builds on this progressive step and process to create that future self. The fourth shift was, I call it the future me miracle. And it's a miracle because you begin to operate out of a fearless lifestyle. And you can only do that really when you're shifting your identity. So much of what we've gone through before is really getting clarity about who you are. And as you begin to learn how to walk in that, the really exciting point is when fear does show up, you now have a process by which you can shift yourself into a way that it becomes much more fearless. So questions around, where you're going to go and fearful things, you now have a process, a life process that allows you to walk through that. And the final thing is the future me mindset. So this is the final shift that I want to quickly describe. And it's simply this, that you can make your future bigger than your past. The whole goal of this entire platform called the Future Me Now is really to empower anyone. And I mean anyone. The goal is to reach down into the youth as best we can, all the way up to however old that people want to experience this in their own life, and anyone in between. And it's also designed for any background, any financial situation that you might find yourself in. It's truly universal for anyone and anybody that has a desire to learn how to create their own future me. What's also important to us is we're part of a big, larger program called the Global Mind Project. And the Global Mind Project is our goal is to use data and processes like this to begin to help people strengthen their mental well-being. Unfortunately, there's been, because of all the changes going on, because of all the impact that our environment has on us, we're seeing a dramatic decrease in people's mental well-being. We have a passion to change that, to turn that around. And that is really what this process called the Future Me Now is all about. And we want to empower people in a way that they can go out and create agency in their own life to make the choices that they need to do to strengthen their mental well-being and to strengthen their future and to make it bigger than their past. So as we finish up on this last teaching, I hope you'll look at our first opportunity that we have for you, which is called the Future Me Letter. This is actually taking this entire process and putting it into an opportunity for you to actually begin to engage in this in a way that's fun, easy, and very affordable. We'll look for you inside as you begin to develop your future me.